Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a deep dive into LibiTight Femme.
Oh, yeah, this one's really gotten some attention.
It really has. And we're going to look into all the wild claims.
See what the science really says about this stuff.
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of sources for this one.
Oh, wow.
So we've got like their website
Okay.
and their brochure,
Uh-huh.
even a training presentation.
What?
Yeah, for like healthcare providers.
Wow, they're really going all out with the marketing on this one.
Yeah, no marketing stone left unturned. But, before we get into all the LibiTight stuff,
Right.
maybe we should do a little bit of a vaginal health 101,
That's always a good idea.
just to get everybody on the same page.
Yeah, get that baseline knowledge.
So tell me,
Yeah.
why is vaginal pH so important?
Oh, it's super important.
This training presentation talks about like 3.8 to 4.5,
Right.
which sounds a little acidic.
It is acidic,
Okay,
but that's actually good.
okay.
It's like a delicate ecosystem down there. And that acidity is key for keeping everything balanced and healthy.
Okay, so how does it stay balanced?
Well, that's where the lactobacilli come in.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, those are the good bacteria.
Yeah.
They keep things running smoothly.
Yeah, they're like the guardians of the galaxy,
Exactly. Protecting against the bad guys.
but for our vaginas.
Yes. They produce lactic acid,
Okay,
which helps maintain that ideal pH.
okay.
And it fights off the harmful bacteria in
So you don't get any overgrowth.
Exactly.
Healthy pH, healthy vagina.
That's the goal.
Now, what about lubrication?
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Where does that come from?
So it's a team effort.
Okay.
You've got these blood vessels in the vaginal walls,
Okay.
and they release fluids
Right.
to keep things nice and moist.
Oh, okay.
And then you've got the cervix,
Right.
which is the opening to the uterus,
Right.
that also produces fluid,
Okay.
especially, during arousal.
Okay. So it's not just like one magic source.
No, it's a combination of things.
It's like a team effort.
Exactly. And then there are these special glands
Okay.
near the vaginal opening, and
Oh.
those produce fluid when you're aroused.
Wow. Our bodies are amazing.
They really are.
So estrogen plays a role in all this, right?
Oh, huge role.
Yeah.
Estrogen is like the queen of vaginal health.
Okay.
It's crucial for the tissues to be healthy and function properly.
Okay.
Keeps the walls thick and elastic.
So what happens when estrogen levels drop?
Well, that's when you start to see issues
Okay.
like dryness.
Right, because the brochure mentioned like childbirth and certain
Yeah.
medications.
Yeah, those can all impact your estrogen levels.
And menopause is obviously a big one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Big hormonal shifts happening there.
So the training mentions dyspareunia.
Yeah.
Is that like a fancy word for dryness?
Well, dyspareunia is the medical term for painful sex.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's often linked to dryness.
Okay.
Especially when those estrogen levels are fluctuating.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it can be really uncomfortable.
Is it like a temporary thing?
Sometimes
Or can it become more serious?
it definitely can,
Okay.
especially after menopause.
Right.
That's when you see postmenopausal vaginal atrophy,
Yeah.
which is where the vaginal walls get thinner
Okay.
and less elastic.
Oh, so it's not just dryness.
No,
The actual structure changes.
exactly, because of that estrogen drop.
Okay. So it's the walls are thinner
Yep.
and
right.
less elastic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that can lead to a whole bunch of problems.
Okay, this is getting a little heavy.
Yeah.
Isn't this where LibiTight comes in?
That's what they're saying.
Like to save the day?
Yeah, they're marketing this gel as like a multifunctional miracle
Okay.
for moisturizing, restoring tissue, improving intimacy, and even tightening things up.
Wow, that's a lot of claims.
It is.
And they're targeting like a wide range of issues too.
Yeah, like dryness, itching, dyspareunia, postmenopausal atrophy.
Sounds like they're trying to be the one-stop shop.
This is, yeah, the go-to for all things vaginal health.
Ambitious. So let's break down this miracle formula.
Okay.
What are the star ingredients?
Well, they're really pushing hyaluronic acid.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's in a lot of skincare products.
Okay.
It's a humectant.
What does that mean?
It attracts and holds a ton of moisture.
So it's like a super sponge
Yeah,
for
basically.
your vagina.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
it creates like this optimal hydrated environment for the tissues to regenerate.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got chamomile extract.
Oh, right. Famous for its soothing properties.
Yeah.
But they're claiming it might also have some estrogen mimicking effects.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the research says on that.
Okay, and then there's allantoin.
Allantoin is great for stimulating cell renewal,
Okay.
promoting healing.
It's a new cell growth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it also increases blood circulation,
Oh!
which they suggest could boost sensitivity and arousal.
Okay, so they're really building up this multifaceted approach.
They are.
Okay, then we've got L-arginine.
Yeah.
I usually associate that with like workout supplements.
Yeah.
What's it doing in a vaginal gel?
So L-arginine plays a role in vasodilation,
Uh-huh.
which means it widens the blood vessels.
Okay.
LibiTight claims that this boosts blood flow to the vaginal area,
Okay.
which could help with both arousal and tissue repair.
So hitting both pleasure and healing.
Exactly. Two birds, one stone.
Interesting. And finally, we have potassium alum.
Right. That's the tightening agent.
Okay, so it's an astringent.
Yeah, it causes the tissues to contract.
Okay.
So LibiTight suggests that this leads to like a noticeable tightening sensation
Oh, wow.
within 30 minutes of applying it.
Like a temporary lift?
Pretty much.
Eh,
But we'll have to see if there are any long-term benefits.
right. Or if it's just a quick fix.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's important to note that they really emphasize the synergy of these ingredients.
Okay.
They're saying this unique blend is what makes it so effective.
Okay, so it's not just a bunch of random ingredients thrown together?
No, it's supposed to be carefully formulated.
So they say.
Yeah, we'll see.
How does it stack up against the competition?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, there are a lot of products out there
So many.
claiming to help with dryness and, other issues.
You're right, it's a crowded market.
Yeah, so what makes this one stand out?
Well, they've actually got a handy chart in the training
Oh,
comparing LibiTight to its competitors.
oh, cool.
And, each product has its strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
But LibiTight is positioning itself as the most comprehensive solution.
What do they see as their main advantage?
They're claiming to be the only one that offers hydration, tissue restoration, libido enhancement, and immediate tightening,
Wow.
all in one non-hormonal formula.
Okay, so they're going for the gold
They are.
in vaginal wellness.
Seems like it.
But we need to look beyond the marketing
Of course.
and see what the science actually says.
Absolutely. Let's get into the research.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Okay. All right, so let's get into those clinical trials. The first 4 studies they highlight focus on hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
No surprise there.
It seems to be everywhere these days.
It is. It's having a moment in skincare,
Yeah.
and now it's making its way into vaginal health.
What were they looking at in these studies?
Primarily how effective it is for dryness and atrophy,
Okay.
especially in postmenopausal women.
Makes sense.
With the estrogen decline.
Right.
What kind of studies were these?
Yeah.
They ranged from randomized controlled trials,
Okay.
which is the gold standard,
Yeah.
to systematic reviews.
Okay, so they looked at a bunch of different studies.
Yeah, they analyzed data from multiple studies.
That's a good mix of methodologies.
Right, and across the board, hyaluronic acid showed some significant improvements in dryness symptoms.
Okay. What kind of improvements?
Well, participants reported increased moisture,
Okay.
reduced discomfort,
Great.
and just better overall vaginal health.
That's really promising.
It is.
Any downsides?
Well, importantly,
Yeah.
the studies reported minimal side effects. Okay, good. Participants tolerated the hyaluronic acid treatments really well.
That's good to know.
Yeah, especially for those seeking a gentler alternative to hormones.
Right.
It seems like hyaluronic acid could be a game changer.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
So those were 4 studies just on hyaluronic acid.
Yeah, those were the first 4.
What about the other 2?
The other 2. Oh, yeah, those focused on the other key ingredients.
Okay.
One looked at chamomile vaginal gel
Oh, okay.
and its impact on dyspareunia and sexual satisfaction.
Oh, getting right to it. What'd they find?
This one involved postmenopausal women
Okay.
who used a chamomile gel for 8 weeks.
8 weeks. Okay.
And the results were really intriguing.
What happened?
The chamomile group reported a significant reduction in pain during intercourse
Okay.
and an increase in overall sexual satisfaction.
Wow. So chamomile can really make a difference.
Seems like it.
What about that last study?
Oh, that one focused on L-arginine
Okay.
and its effect on sexual function
Okay.
in women with sexual dysfunction.
Okay.
They found that L-arginine actually led to improvements in arousal and desire
Interesting.
and an increase in sexual satisfaction.
So all 3 key ingredients have research backing them up.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far.
Hyaluronic acid for hydration, tissue health.
Right.
Chamomile for easing discomfort and enhancing intimacy.
Uh-huh. And L-arginine for boosting libido.
Okay, but I'm sure there are some caveats.
Oh, of course there always are.
With any research.
Yeah, it's important to remember that everybody's different.
Right.
What
Sure.
works for one person might not work for another.
And not every study is perfect.
Exactly, and that's why it's crucial to talk to your doctor,
Yes.
before trying any new product.
To see if it's right for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm curious about their marketing strategy.
Oh, yeah. How are they going to get people talking about this?
Yeah, because vaginal dryness and all that stuff.
It's not exactly dinner table conversation.
No, it's not.
So how are they navigating that?
Right.
Well, they seem to be taking a multifaceted approach.
Mm.
They're really emphasizing collaboration with Healthcare providers.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because doctors are a trusted source of information.
Yeah.
They can provide that personalized guidance.
Right.
Okay. And they're also investing in educational content.
Like what?
Blog posts, articles, maybe even videos.
Okay.
All about vaginal health.
Demystifying it all.
Exactly.
Not good.
Yeah, breaking down those barriers.
Normalizing these conversations.
Mm.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
It is, especially when it comes to our bodies.
What else are they doing?
Well, they're really highlighting the natural hormone-free aspect.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, that's a big selling point.
Yeah, for women who don't want hormones.
Exactly. Given the potential side effects,
Right.
natural ingredients are really trendy right now.
They are.
And they're definitely tapping into that.
And they're emphasizing those clinical studies, too.
Yeah, providing data.
Showing they've done their research.
Exactly. Building credibility.
Yeah, people want evidence.
Absolutely. They don't just take your word for it anymore.
No, they don't.
And, they're also addressing price sensitivity.
Oh, how so?
They're offering a money-back guarantee.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Takes the risk away.
Exactly. Encourages people to give it a try.
Okay, so they've got awareness, education, and building trust.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when someone buys it?
They're focusing on making the whole experience really seamless.
Okay.
Easy online ordering.
Okay.
Discreet packaging. Clear instructions.
Okay.
A user-friendly applicator.
Yeah, so they've really thought it through.
Yeah, they're trying to make it as comfortable and stress-free as possible.
Okay, but what about after the purchase?
Oh, they're using social media
Okay.
to build a community.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, get people
Good.
sharing their experiences.
Okay.
And they're also providing ongoing support.
Like how?
Educational content.
Okay.
Tips for maintaining vaginal health.
So they're really building a relationship.
Yes. It's not just a one-time transaction.
Right.
They're positioning themselves as a trusted resource.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, they're creating a holistic approach to vaginal health.
Right, it's not just about the product.
No, it's about understanding your body.
Making informed choices.
Exactly.
Okay, so what challenges do you think they might face?
I think one of the biggest ones is managing expectations.
Okay.
They're making some bold claims,
Right.
and they need to make sure those claims are realistic.
Yeah, no over-promising and under-delivering.
Exactly,
Okay.
because unhappy customers can lead to negative reviews.
Which can spread like wildfire online.
It's true. And another hurdle is consistency.
Okay.
Like a lot of health and wellness products,
Yeah.
LibiTight probably requires ongoing use to see the best results.
Right, but people get busy.
They do.
They forget.
It happens.
They might give up if they don't see results right away.
Yeah, that's a real challenge.
So how can they combat that?
I think they need to find ways to keep people motivated.
Okay.
Maybe like reminder emails,
Okay.
progress trackers,
Oh, interesting.
maybe even a rewards program
Oh, wow.
for consistent use.
Gamifying self-care.
Exactly. Make it fun.
I like it.
Yeah, make it easy and enjoyable to prioritize your health.
Any other potential pitfalls?
Well, even though the research suggests that LibiTight's ingredients are safe,
Right.
there's always the possibility of side effects.
Yeah, you never know.
So they need to be upfront about that.
Transparent.
Yeah, and provide clear guidance
Right.
on what to do if someone experiences any issues.
Transparency is key.
It is.
Now, before we move on from marketing,
Yeah.
what's resonating most with you, listener?
Yeah, we're curious.
What piqued your interest?
Did anything spark a question?
Let us know.
Yeah, hit us up on social media or send us an email.
We love connecting with our listeners.
We do. All right, now let's shift gears and go back to those clinical studies.
Okay.
I think it's time we examine them a bit more closely.
Agreed. We only skim the surface.
Yeah, let's put on our critical thinking caps.
See what we can learn.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's unpack those studies.
All right.
Get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
Let's start with that first study on hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
Remember, they claim it's like the key ingredient for hydration and tissue regeneration.
Yeah. And that study we mentioned,
Yeah.
published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, seems to support that.
It does.
What were they looking at?
They were looking at postmenopausal women with vaginal dryness,
Okay.
which is, pretty common.
Yeah, because of lower estrogen levels.
Right.
So what did they do?
They divided the participants into two groups.
Okay.
One group got the hyaluronic acid gel,
Okay.
and the other got a placebo.
Classic study design.
Yep.
So did the hyaluronic acid group see any improvements?
They did. The study found a significant improvement in vaginal dryness symptoms
Okay.
compared to the placebo group.
How significant are we talking?
It wasn't just like a small change.
Okay.
The women reported increased moisture,
Okay, great.
reduced discomfort during sex,
Mhm.
and just like higher satisfaction with their vaginal health overall.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this could really help women
It could.
who are struggling with dryness.
Yeah, it's promising.
Were there any downsides? Any side effects?
The researchers didn't note any significant side effects.
No, that's good.
So it seems to be well tolerated.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Now, I know they mentioned a few studies on hyaluronic acid.
Right.
Did any of the others look at its potential for atrophy?
Yes. One of the studies was a systematic review that specifically looked at hyaluronic acid and vaginal atrophy in postmenopausal women.
So they looked at a bunch of existing studies
Exactly.
for a more comprehensive view.
Yeah, to get the big picture.
And what did they find?
The review confirmed that hyaluronic acid is effective in improving vaginal health
Okay.
and reducing symptoms of atrophy.
Great. So 2 for 2 on the hyaluronic acid front.
So far, so good.
Did they explain how it actually helps on like a cellular level?
Well, they found that hyaluronic acid helps to restore moisture and elasticity,
Okay.
which are both super important for combating atrophy.
Right, because with less estrogen, the walls can get thinner,
Exactly.
less flexible.
And that's where hyaluronic acid comes in.
Right, to counteract those changes.
It seems to help.
Fascinating. So it could be an alternative to hormone therapy
Yeah, potentially.
for some women.
For sure.
That's awesome. And actually, one of the other studies looked into that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was published in the International Journal of Community-Based Nursing and Midwifery.
Okay.
And they compared hyaluronic acid vaginal cream to a conjugated estrogen cream.
Wow. So head-to-head.
Yeah.
What'd they find?
So this is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
The study found that the hyaluronic acid cream was just as effective as the estrogen cream
Wow.
at improving vaginal health.
That's huge.
Yeah, and reducing atrophy symptoms.
So hyaluronic acid is a viable non-hormonal option.
Yeah, for women who can't or don't want to use hormones.
Exactly.
That's really good to know.
Yeah, it really supports LibiTight's claim of a natural alternative.
All right, so we've covered the hyaluronic acid research pretty thoroughly, I think.
I think so.
What about those other ingredients?
Oh, yeah. Chamomile and L-arginine?
Did they cite any studies for those?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
One study looked at chamomile vaginal gel
Okay.
and how it affects painful intercourse
Oh, yeah.
and sexual satisfaction in postmenopausal women.
Getting to the good stuff.
Right.
What did they find?
It was a well-designed study
Okay.
published in a good journal,
Okay.
and they found that using the chamomile gel for 8 weeks led to significant improvement in dyspareunia symptoms.
Interesting. So less pain during sex.
Less pain.
And greater sexual satisfaction.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So there's some evidence to support that claim
There is.
that chamomile can enhance intimacy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about that L-arginine study?
That one looked at the effects of L-arginine on sexual function
Okay.
in women with sexual dysfunction.
All right.
And the results showed that just taking L-arginine supplements
Well,
for 4 weeks
4 weeks?
led to improvements in sexual function and arousal.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it does boost libido,
it seems to.
like they claim.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like they've done their research,
Yeah.
provided some evidence,
Yeah.
but I imagine there are some limitations to these studies.
Of course.
What are some of the things we need to consider?
Well, first of all, research is ongoing.
Right.
It's never really finished.
Yeah,
And, some of these studies had small sample sizes.
right.
And they focused mainly on postmenopausal women.
Okay, so the findings might not apply to everyone.
Exactly.
Right, good point.
And it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor
Yeah.
before making any decisions.
Get personalized advice.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Well, these studies looked at the ingredients individually,
Okay.
but LibiTight combines multiple ingredients,
Right.
and we don't know the exact synergistic effects of that specific blend.
So you need some more research.
Yeah. More research is always good.
Okay, so we've covered a lot today.
We have.
LibiTight's claims, their ingredients,
Mm-hmm.
the research, their marketing.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
What's the bottom line for our listeners?
I think the main takeaway is that LibiTight is a compelling option
Okay.
for women who are looking for a non-hormonal solution
Right.
to, dryness, discomfort, and other issues.
Yeah.
They've got research to back up their claims,
Hmm.
and their marketing seems thoughtful.
Yeah.
But as with any health product,
Yeah.
do your own research.
Oh,
Talk to your doctor.
yes.
Make an informed decision.
Make sure it's right for you.
Exactly.
So knowledge is power,
It really is.
especially when it comes to your health.
Absolutely.
And remember,
Yeah,
the conversation about vaginal health doesn't end here.
it doesn't.
Keep learning. Keep asking questions.
And keep advocating for yourself.
Yes. Well, that's it for this deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.